Kamehameha!
20 months.
Man, 20 months. A year? See, resubscribe for 12 months. At tier 1, they've been subscribed for 20 months. Nice, Polly. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Oh, we're just sitting here chilling, relaxing. I guess taking the day off. Wow, actually got the notification that says be on the YouTubes. Thank you, B, for being on the YouTubes. Much appreciated, much appreciated. Oh, man. What is this? What in the world is... Whoops, that's not it. This one. There we go. What is this? What is this? Garbalagook. MC Championship. Really? There's a championship for Minecraft? That seems a little weird. Is it Java only, though? Or is this like a Java and Bedrock or all together? See, Nox Cruz bringing the best of MC Championship to Bedrock Edition party. All day and battle it out in mini games designed to put your skills to the test, from our parkour to fighting monsters. Unlock 15 free cosmetic items and swanky new cape. Grab your swords, mayhem awaits. July 22nd. That already happened. Through August 4th. Interesting. Okay, cool. That's interesting. Mini game server, basically. That's what it sounds like. Honestly, why is my light overexposed? Am I just, is it just me? And it does seem, maybe it's because it's I swear every time I have a
months.
48 months, man, that just blows Polly's 20 out the water. actually no, it's 48 months resubscribed, 51 months total. So that's like what, more than double Polly. Dang. So yeah, one thing I want to say, I noticed, like, it seems like with my camera, every time I wear white, I swear it's like every time I wear white, it looks like my camera has just got way too much overexposure. I honestly, I think I just need a new camera. I'm using a PC camera, like it's one of those cheap PC cameras. I've been using this camera for a hot minute. I think I need an upgrade one of these days. Well, we'll see. We got a lot going on. I need to remount my camera. I don't like it necessarily right there. I mean, I like it right there. So the problem is I like it here. Okay. But I really like to mount you guys like upside down in a sense. Like the camera would be upside down and it'd be hanging from above. Like there's a shelf above all my computer monitors. So it would like hang down upside down, and I would just flip it in OBS so that way you guys wouldn't see me upside down. Solution, don't wear white. I know, right? You're not supposed to wear like white before Labor Day or something like that, right? Look at that. Look at the muscles, man, from doing all that roof work. Sorry, I was just checking myself out, you know. This one's got the tattoo on it. The Harley Davidson tattoo. That's my Harley Davidson. Can you make that out in the camp? Probably not. Anyways. Sorry. I'm wearing a tank top today, you know, so I want, you know, I just like, I got the beach bod today, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. After Labor Day, don't wear white. Oh, it's after. You're not supposed to wear light after Labor Day. Okay. Well, when's Labor Day? Isn't that later on in the year? Like a couple months from now? I still got time. I can wear white right now. Anyways, all right, let's switch back. Let's see what's going on in the MC world. I had a couple ideas. I was working the other day. I don't know when the other day is. That's why I say the other day. But I want to say maybe before we went camping. I was not working on it. I was creating an idea. So let's pop in here real quick. Stinky, I can smell. Polly. No, it's okay. I'm okay. Like, I got the AC on in here. We're keeping cool. It's nice, you know. It's not crazy. It's hot outside, but it's not crazy hot in here, you know. But even taking professional portrait photos, it's recommended. Do not wear white. Well, you know what? So, and this makes sense, though, maybe why it kind of looks like it's overexposed. Hold on a second. So one of the words, I guess you could say I learned, not really learned, but kind of, I guess, you know, used in a lot of context, should I say, when it came to weather, when I did my weather and climate class at school. Speaking of school, school's starting pretty soon, you guys. Real soon. The wife, I was going to stream earlier, but the wife came in here in the shed, and we was talking about, we was just talking about how we were going to kind of plan out the next couple of weeks, because we got kids. So like one kid starts school in a week and a half, so on the 7th. We have another set of kids that I do believe that they start school the week after that. And then we've got us kids, me and the wife. We're kids. All the kids are going to school today, y'all. So the wife and I, we have school on, what was it, the 18th, 17th, 18th, something like that. Something like that. So, yeah, we gotta get the kids and stuff ready for school. But like I was saying, speaking of school and stuff like so, yeah, man, we just got things coming up. I got to get this roof done. I totally forgot about streaming, because I'm like, we got a lot going on and a lot coming up, and I need to get this roof done on the house before essentially another year, right? That's kind of the idea. One of the problems that I've been having, and it was just one of the inspectors that came by that did the free inspections. I think I told you guys about this once. But anyways, I did like a free roof inspection on the house. They were telling me like the nails were coming out of the end caps, the ridge caps, right? And he was telling me that the reason why the nails were coming out by themselves was because the like the hot pressure in the roof, right? Because I have no roof ventilation. So without roof ventilation, what it does is it creates like this expansion and contraction with the wood, with the hot and the cold and stuff like that. And it slowly starts pushing nails out. What's up, T? How you been? Dude, you have no idea, Raccoon. You have no idea, bro. Like, you know what? So a little bit of a problem. Actually, I had somebody that was offering to help with some of the things around, like with the roof and stuff, because he's done it before, and I was helping him with his vehicle. Anyways, yeah, talk about a lot of work. I was telling him though, I said, look, I was like, I don't mind ask for help. I'll ask for help. I said, but you know what? When I'm ready to get stuff done, I'm gonna get it done. I'm not gonna wait on you. I'm not gonna wait on them. I'm not gonna wait on somebody else. I'm the type of person that says, hey, this needs to get done, right? So I'm gonna get it done. It's almost like I think I compared it to him the best way, like I would say in a kid's understanding and kids' understandings, I guess you could say. Too early of a morning, not even. I was up at 5:30, dude. But I was telling him, like, I essentially tell the kids, I was like, look, and I told them there's about three, I guess you could say, in this general context of what I'm giving, there's 3 types of people. Okay, so let me set the scene. You're walking down the hallway. We'll even say we'll use the hallway, somewhere comfortable for everybody to be able to relate to, right? So you're walking down the hallway of your house. There's a piece of paper on the floor. Like trash. You know it's trash. It's just trash. It's just sitting on the floor. Right? Well, you see it. So what do? Do you pick it up? Do you walk on top of it? Because I see this happen. People will just walk on top of it. Not even pick it up, but they'll just step on it intentionally. So you'll either pick it up, you'll walk on it, or you'll walk around it and just keep going, right? So there's 3 types of people, okay? That's the way I see life, right? That's the way I see people do work, we'll just say, in a sense, right? I'm usually the type of person that will pick it up. Now, in my house, I tell the kids to pick it up because it's usually their mess. If it's my mess or, you know, like the wife's mess, whatever, I'll pick it up. Or I'll ask about it. Okay, but I'm usually definitely, if there's nobody around me, if it's just me by myself, and then, you know, whatever, maybe it was a piece of paper that fell off the counter, pick it up. That's simple. Just pick it up, right? Just do it, right? As I was telling my buddy, I was like, I just Nike it, right? Just do it. Not my trash, not my problem. See, but that's the problem though, right? You see it. It's right there. It literally only takes you 2 seconds to bend down, pick it up, and throw it out in the trash can on the way to wherever it is that you were walking in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, it's just such a simple task, right? So anyways, My point being is that, like, yes, I would love to have another person help me, but when I've asked people for help, more often than not, it's, oh, I've got this going on, or I've got that going on, or, you know, and I'm like, you know what, that's fine. You know, that's cool. No worries. Don't worry about it. I will take care of it. I will do what I got to do. I'm not going to sit here and wait for somebody else to do what needs to get done. Because if I sit here spending my entire time, and I've read this somewhere in the Bible at one point in my lifetime, not recently, but when I'm in my younger years, is that basically, you know, if you sit around waiting for God to do for you, it's going to take forever. If you put action forth to do what is necessary to get the things done, you'll get what it is that you're praying for God for to give you or to help you out with. That will actually happen faster and sooner. It's something that's been written in the Bible. I read it when I was younger. It made a lot of sense to me when I was younger, and I've said this to people all the time, you know. I don't know. I just, again, my point being is I'm the type of person that's just going to get it done. Whether I got somebody to help me there or not, I'm going to get it done. I did ask some people ahead of time, like, hey, can you think you'd be able to help me? If you can, just give me a hand with the roof. And the person I asked was like, I have no experience with roof. I said, neither do I. I said, I just need some help, man. I was like, it's going to be a lot of work. My back ain't, the best that it used to be. Kind of a thing. I don't know why I'm breaking these blocks. I'm just kind of talking to you guys and breaking this at the same time, kind of filling in my time, making it seem like I'm not wasting it. But anyways, so I did ask a couple of people to give me a hand, and yeah, that's pretty much the result. Yeah. I did have one person that I was helping with his vehicle. He was like, yeah, man, if I would have known, I would have came over and helped you. I would ask for some days off, and I was like, well, I've been talking about my roof, saying I want to get it done this summer. Anyway, it's not like I haven't said it, but anyways, I've tried. Hold on, not my trash, not my problem. That sounds like a shopping cart dilemma. Do you put the cart back or do you leave it after you're done? I've tried to get this message across to my other household members for 25 years, says B. The three different types of people. Polly says, I'm kidding, but that's how my kids think too, B. Polly, my kids usually do well. It's the old man that is the messy Marvin. So that, B, can be what makes things difficult. I would assume, or I would say, is that usually, right, if there is, we'll just say another adult in the household that does not pick up the trash, like not my trash, not my problem, kind of a Polly statement, right? Usually if there's a parent that is like that, the kids repeat what they see. So at least that's my belief. I could be wrong. I mean, hey, I like to be wrong sometimes. Okay, prove me wrong, show me where I'm wrong, and then I will correct myself. By all means, prove me wrong. But why does this seem like it's mining slow? This is a single player world. This is not Sakura, by the way, and I do apologize, but this is a build that I am working on for Sakura. So I'm trying to decide. So let me explain what I was trying to work on and what I was trying to look at. Actually, I should have gone back in there. And I've pretty much given up. I've never been this lousy at housekeeping, but I just don't care anymore. Yeah, you get to a point where you're like, you're like, man, I've been... What is it that my wife would usually say? Pick your battles. So sometimes there are battles like that I'm like, I don't feel like fighting with that one because it's not worth it, right? Pick your battles.
And you get a potato. And you get a potato.
And B gives a gift sub.
That's 5 subscriptions.
Thank you, B. That's 5. Whoa, B, did you misclick? 5? Is it because I was talking about housekeeping? My goodness, B. I hope that wasn't a misclick. Whoa, I know, right? Woohoo! Out of nowhere, B shows up with the 5 gift subs, like just because. I don't know how I'm filling in dirt blocks still. Okay, so the point was that I logged back in of what I was looking at, right? So let me fly around here. Last time we were streaming on here, trying to do some things. What I was doing is I was doing like some redesigning. And so it started got me thinking the other day when I started, like when I hopped on and nobody, I was just, I had some extra time and I hopped on. I hopped on here and I was looking around and I was like, man, what am I going to do with this build? I like this build. I don't know if I like it entirely, right? Like I might want to get a different castle is what I was thinking about. Or not different castle. Well, yeah, actually different castle. I was thinking about getting a different build. I like the walls. I do want to keep the walls, but I think the inner build is what I was wanting to potentially change. Like to have... Ooh, excuse me. Like this building right here, I don't necessarily mind. Like this part here, let me fly upwards and I'll point it out a little bit more. So we have the giant wall all the way around, okay? It has its own particular shape because it was shaped off of a piece of land that, you know, it was built on, right? So I think this kind of leaves room for customization on the wall in the sense of like where and how it's placed. So it doesn't necessarily have... Now this requires a little bit more customization, a little bit more manual labor. However, I think the end result is going to be worth it. I'll be happy with it. Oh, and by the way, yes, thank you, Raccoon. I totally forgot. It is Bee's birthday. I have it saved on my phone. It's Bee's birthday. Should have been giving her like, you know, 5 gifted subs. Let's see if this works without ads. Come on. Best songs? I don't want a playlist. I just want one. Maybe this will work. Happy birthday to B Silver B. Happy birthday to you. I don't even think that works. Oh man, that's funny. Hold on. Come across an 82-year-old that streams. Wow. Came across. Okay, maybe this one's better. Is this one better? Or is it just a tune? Happy birthday to be. Happy birthday to be. Happy birthday, dear B Silver B. To you. Happy birthday to be. Oh wow, this is Raccoon. Funny. Okay, so as I was saying, after getting distracted by Bee's birthday, thanks Raccoon, by the way. Okay, so let me fly back up here. Okay, so there's like kind of 2 parts to this build if you look at it, I guess, in that sense, right? We have the outer wall, we have an inner wall, which is like a courtyard. Okay, and then we have like this shipyard. I really like this shipyard. I'm definitely going to be incorporating that into my build. Believe you me. I might change the blocks and stuff palette maybe around, but like with all the different elevations, that's like right here, right there, right here. There's like different elevations over there as well within, like, I guess you could say in the ground level. It really started making me think like, how am I going to make this work? How am I going to make this fit? And instead of trying to make it work and make it fit, I figured I could customize it a little bit. And then we can go from there. So now the idea would be nice to build the outer wall first. But I think the better idea, right, for the island on Sakura would be to build the castle with a small like courtyard thing. I guess essentially like this. I mean, I kind of like these buildings, or not kind of, I do like these buildings, but they just don't feel, I guess, castle-y enough, castle-like. So I might browse around and look for some other things like this building right here. I might do something different with, you know. I plan on keeping this wall design, you know, with all these things and stuff like that. But I want to change this building out. is what I was thinking, right? Change this building out, and I think I will have like a result that I would like personally. I mean, there's really not much in this building, honestly, but still, I think it would be better. I think it would be better just to do something different. And again, I'm not quite sure what. So the first plan, I guess, for the server is I need a house to live in and storage. I really want to keep this building as my storage. I'm not sure about the design on it. Like this. I mean, I do like it. I do like this. Like, it's different, but I don't know if I want to keep it. It seems a little odd-ish to me, I suppose. But maybe I just, like, I don't know. Maybe I just need to work with it more. I'm not entirely sure. So anyways, yeah, this I figured I'd keep that building, turn it into a storage building, import that onto the server. Here, let me go back onto a server copy. I think this is a server copy. Pretty sure it's a server copy. I just clicked. Let me go back. I missed some things because you guys were laughing. Pretty much giving B Silver. Wow, it's because I turn a year older tonight, says B. Well, happy birthday, says Raccoon. B Silver says thank you. LOL, but I don't stream. Happy birthday, B. Come across 82-year-old that streams. Wow. Oh, World of Warcraft. You watch WoW? B watches WoW. That's interesting. She reminded us I missed Nopes this year. Oops. Nope has a birthday? I thought he was born in a lab. Sorry. Maybe that was rotten. I don't know. It was one of the two. I hope you have enough resources. Gonna take a lot. No, I don't watch WoW. I just came across it on the YouTubes. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's the build, and this is why I was thinking about changing things. I guess this is a good build to kind of look at. That might give me an idea. And the reason why I was thinking about changing things is because I was like, this just doesn't quite seem to fit right the way I would, I don't know, want it to be. But at the same time, it kind of does, right? Like the wall. Like, I don't know if I want to make this wall like come out to here. I might want to just squeeze it in on this side. Like, do I need that big of a courtyard? You know what I mean? Squeeze it in a little bit further. So instead of going like at an angle, right, we can come straight or come straight down at an angle to, well, I want to say maybe to this tower or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I like the multiple towers with all the different angles. It does add some depth. But I feel like this is just going to be a lot, maybe a lot more work than necessary, like the shape. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Again, it was just mostly the Y level that I was trying to figure out with coming in here. So, like, look. So this is the full build, but these are, yeah, I'm not going to want all this here. You know what I mean? Like the grass and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll just level out the dirt the way it is, the grass, the dirt, and everything the way that it is here, and then adjust all the other builds around it. Like this build would have to come down to here with blocks and stuff like that. I'm not sure. But I thought about trying to experiment a little bit with the island that we already have and maybe throwing some walls like around this island, like the I want to say the non-modified island, but it's modified because look, so we could just, I mean, I'll probably still have to redo the river to make it straighter. And also to make that opening over here. But I think if we follow this line like so, and this would actually cut across. I want this to be open right here. Cut across, right, with the build right here. And then continue following the line around. We'll probably cut that water into it. A wall all the way around. From here to here, right? And then maybe dig out all that dirt. And I think that might be better. And then I could do my boat entrance thing right here, which I think is already here. Yeah, the boat entrance is already here. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure what it is I want to do with all of this, but I had been thinking about some different ideas to, I guess, try to get this leveled out, straightened out. Why are these all empty? There's just a block that the game is not registering. It does that sometimes. Definitely gonna have to tear down that jungle temple, unless I build it up. Like maybe the inner part, like the inner part of the build, could be rotated. So like the outer part is one way, and the inner part sits another way. Like it's just kind of turned a little bit. Like 90 degrees is what I was thinking here. Let's go back on this one and I'll take a look at it. I almost want the castle and the storage building to be changed out, like with the position. So the castle's here, right? Let me get my. Can I get my hands on camera? Okay. So we got the castle here, and we've got the storage building here, or actually storage building castle, right? What I want to do is I want to put the storage building over here and the castle over here and swap them. That's what I was thinking, right? So if you look right here, the way that I have it, or the way that I would be having it, right, is the entrance to my fortification would essentially be right here. So when you walk into the fortification, the first thing that you would want to see is probably a courtyard, which will be right here, right? But you might also see like my storage area over there, right? And then the castle would either be in the middle, so like almost directly in the middle of the entire island, okay? And then the build would be over there. So I don't know if that makes sense. Like it's almost like they'll swap positions, kind of, sort of. But again, I'm not entirely sure how I want to do that. Other than maybe, I don't know. I think I need to rip these buildings out of this build, including the wall, and then maybe readjust everything the way I want to. That's a very complicated process. It's not difficult to do, but it is a little bit of a complicated process. Let's see if we can do that. Actually, I'm curious. I'm going to start messing with some stuff here. Whoops. That's the whole point of this, right? We're experimenting. We're trying to figure out how we're going to build the next build in Sakura. Just so you guys know, we're not just goofing around. I mean, I am goofing around a little bit, but just a little bit. All right, let me grab. I should have kept that structure block in my inventory. Let's grab this guy. Come here, structure block. Cuban needs you. Boom, right there. You want it parallel or perpendicular? Probably perpendicular. So like probably the position that they're in already, right? So I want the castle to be a castle. So again, this build might change. This will probably stay the same. But I wanted to shift that over here to like maybe this corner. Okay. And then the market, so I'm thinking storage building, community market, right? Maybe, right? Like a little small cart market area, maybe, right? And then like right where this courtyard would be for like just kind of, I don't know, maybe stables and stuff like that. We would have this fence or this gate, which is what this is right here, that would lead into the castle courtyard, which would then have pretty stuff. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I need to find me a castle that I like, that I want to use in this build. You know what I mean? I mean, I like this one, but it just doesn't fit with what it is that I want it to portray. It is a nice build, though. So I think what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to rip this stuff out. Try to flatten down some of that stone right here, maybe. And then, let me turn these command blocks off. And then we will, I don't know, I'll take a look at how I want to place things. So if I grab, boom, you gotta come over here. Okay, so we'll grab this guy. I don't get confused with something else. Now let's bring that out right here. So, in case you guys are wondering how I'm going to rip this out, basically I'm just going to do a structure block, make a copy of it, and then throw it somewhere outside of this like build area. So I'll probably throw it up over here in the above the water, just so we have the building, and then I can rotate it in the air. I can position it how I want in the air, and then bring it down into the location that I want, which would be down here. So if I copy that, put it up in the air, take another copy of the one up in the air, as after I've rotated it the way that I want to, right? Take another copy of it and then put it down right here. That's what I'm thinking, right? And then the castle, I think I'm just going to use it as a template for now. But I'll rip that sucker out too and probably put it, let's see, that one's going to go long ways. This one, I don't know if I want it to go parallel now that you asked me. Maybe I'll have them go parallel with one another right here. So this way, this is the castle. And like over here is the courtyard / market / stables and all that jazz. Yeah, I think that'd be good. And then I want to do some little villager houses too. So maybe like when that castle isn't there and it's maybe over here, we could take this spot, if anything, to do some like villager houses, just to make it seem like the town is living. I do plan on having an iron farm on my island. It will just be up in the air, probably in a boat bubble thing, like what I've already built. But that won't come until like later, way later. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So let me actually get a copy of, like, we're gonna separate the castle from the storage build. Looks like 2 blocks. One more. And that should get that lined up. That gets that lined up. And if we do that, that should just about do it. Here, let's take this to 0. Maybe I should go 1 block up. Let's see. Maybe not. Nah, that should be fine. I'm not going to make it this big, but it gives me like that visual. Like this is what I'm looking for, the visual. And then also where the lines are going to be. Squatter, what? Huh? Can I have a house in the castle or at the very least an attic space? Squatter. Dude, this thing will probably be so big, it'll be bigger than what I even need or even think that I need. Okay, so I'm guessing I don't necessarily need to encompass like the entire tower right here. I don't think so. Maybe. Let's see what we got. First of all, we need to take this part out. So on the red side, we will go half, which is probably going to be about 34. Ooh, look at that. That was pretty close. That's a bridge. We'll keep that bridge there because it links. See, this bridge links from the... I like that because it links from the storage area to the rest of the build. Or of the building area, should I say? Build area. There's like blocks missing. You see these blocks missing? Why are those blocks missing? Am I crazy? Crazier than normal? I don't know. It's just weird like that. Okay. Looks like the castle's actually already here. Like this looks like this very, very corner edge of the castle. Yep. Yeah, that looks like, well, maybe not, actually. Because if that was a very corner, that would probably end up coming right about here. Yeah, that's not the actual corner. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll just leave that tower out for now. I probably actually need to make a copy of this whole thing already. I think I did. Yeah, because I have my armor stands saved. So I do have a copy of this whole build, which is... Let's pick block this real quick. Let's put this here. Control pick block. Let's break that. And then I'm going to check my other structure blocks real quick. Just to make sure that, one, I have the entire structure saved. Because sometimes what I'll do is instead of hitting save, I'll just hit export. And that means I don't necessarily have it. I do, but I don't at the same time. If that makes any sense. It looks like it's all saved. But so I'm just going to... Whoops. I hit reset, didn't I? Structure saved. I don't know what reset does. Hopefully nothing. Okay. Hey, Ajax, tell B happy birthday. Yep. What's going on, Ajax? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I took the music off to sing B happy birthday, and I totally forgot about it. There's the music back, by the way. All right, so T2R2, T1R2. Whoops. And hello, Polly. Here's another structure block. Save. And another one. Save. Save. I just want to make sure all of this is saved so that way if I need to be like, oh, I messed that up, I need to go back to the way it looks, I could always just hit load. Right? I could always just go from save to load, and it should load it back up the exact same way that I just saved it. So that's the reason why I'm doing this, just in case I make mistakes that I don't like and I need an undo button. It's kind of like my undo button. Since Bedrock Edition doesn't have an undo button, which is saddening, but it is what it is. Okay, and I already got those over there, I do believe. I'll double check them. I feel like I missed like one or something and not realized it. Save. We'll double check these. Save. And then this one. And I know I got the first two. I just wanted to make sure I got all these saved. Happy birthday, AB. Hello. Going better. Son had surgery Friday. The bone in his arm shifted, so they had to go in and fix it. Scary. Hope he's doing well. That is kind of scary. Never fun to go through surgery, but glad it's an available option when needed. He is better, says Ajax. Well, that's good then. That's good. I'm glad surgery worked out. That's kind of a bummer that they had to do surgery and go back in, and they didn't. Did they have to re-break the bone, I guess? I've heard of that. It's like, oh, we got to go in and break your bone so it can line up properly. And it's like, ouch. You were only at the hospital for like an hour? That's not too bad. I remember I used to go to the hospital when I was younger. We would go to the hospital and we'd be sitting there in the hospital for 3 hours, and that's just to wait. That's not even to get seen. No, it shifted to into the other. Sorry, 11 hours. Oh, 11 hours. That makes more sense. Okay, that makes sense. I'm like 1 hour. That doesn't seem bad at all. Easy, simple process. That shouldn't be difficult, right? All right, let me go ahead. We will come back to this. Let's do the pick block. The picked block, which should get everything engulfed for the majority. I might want to do, just to kind of grab everything, I want to do another structure block. So let me go ahead and grab that. We really don't need the blue, so let's go like, I want to say 24. Too much. I want that thing. Let's go 30. Not 320, 30. I want this tower right here. This tower would be great. This back tower, that'd be great. 35? Nope. 38? Is it cutting off the edge? I don't know. I can't see. I can't tell. It is. Yeah, it's cutting off some blocks up there. Okay, so one more. 38, 39. That was a lot bigger than I thought it was. And then we'll go a little bit further on the red to bring that in. Let's go 35. 38, maybe? Let's go 36. No, 37. Make sure it covers up that whole thing right here. Yep. Okay. So we have this piece all the way down and potentially over that we have everything in these two blocks. Let me place that down. What was this? 38 was it? No. Let's break that. What were your dimensions? 37, 65, 39. 37, 39. I don't think that's what I want because that just cuts it off. I think we want the full 64 right here. And this does not need to be 65. This can probably be down to 40. That looks right. Okay, let me check. What did I say? Oh, I didn't want to delete that box. Oh, no. I hate when I do that. You guys hate when you do stuff like that sometimes. I don't know if everybody else does that but me. Okay, let's place this back. That goes right there. And that block right there. Put that there. And I was saying this needed to be dropped down to 40, right? Yeah, let's actually go 35. Whoa, 206 is not what I wanted. 35. And it looks like it's cutting off the top a little bit. We'll go 38. And that should be... Yeah, 38 would have been fine. That's all right. I'll just leave it at, actually, 40. Yeah, I'll just leave it there at 40. So 34, 40, 64... 30. Oh, this is actually 37. This should be 40. No, needs to be a lot bigger than that. 45. 8. Looks like it cuts it off still. 40. It's the same. Okay. What was the X on this other one? $34, $40, $64. Sounds like you got the roof vent on without much hassle. It's still being worked on, for one. It rained this morning on me. Had to put some tarps, throw some tarps up on the roof. I took them off right before I started streaming. So that way the tiles can dry. I don't know if I'll work on it again tonight, but I've got a portion of it done. Where's that? Where'd that picture go? Yeah, that's just a portion. That's why there's a tarp there. But you can see where I got a portion of it done. It wasn't, I can't say it was difficult per se. Look, doing a roof vent, very easy, simple steps. It really is. Okay, the steps in order to do it is simple. Not doing roofing like this before, ever. I mean, I've helped out with a roof, but I've never actually, kind of did the repair. I just, helped clean up kind of a thing and bring tools and bring stuff. And when I was a little kid, I did this with my uncle to help him out, and then I fell off a ladder. Ever since then, I've been having I hate this. I have this mental thing where I get scared going down ladders. I get scared going up ladders too, but I just kind of just go, right? So I'll go up a ladder and I'll climb, but when I get down, I feel so unstable every single time when I get down, and it just bothers me. I push past it and I just do it anyways, just Nike it, right? But still, ladders. Anyway, so yeah, you say it wasn't too much of a hassle. The steps were easy. So in the steps of what needs to get done, that wasn't a hassle. Actually doing it is a hassle. Sitting on an angled roof while hammering on the very top peak is what I'm doing, because I'm putting the ridge vent in, right? What I'm doing is, and I don't know if y'all be able to show this on camera per se, but I'm sitting on the roof. The roof is angled, right? And so here's my legs. They're straight in front of me, right? Now, it's kind of hard to sit on an angled roof with your legs right in front of you. Unless you're kneeling down and you have the ridge or the part that you're working on right in front of you. Okay, but I don't have knee pads. I didn't bring a blanket or anything to lay on or sit on or whatever on that rough, that roof, those tiles, they hurt my legs. Because I had shorts on. Nonetheless, so instead of sitting straight, what I'm doing is I'm sitting like this, sideways. My legs are now facing this way, but my body is facing that way. But my legs are that way, but my body is that way. Hammering, tarring, placing things, holding, nailing, placing, holding, tarring, plating, over and over again to do the ridge caps. And doing that while sitting sideways like this was killing my back. It was not to mention the heat, right? I haven't even discussed the factor of the heat yesterday. This is what I was doing yesterday. Okay. So I had this weird, and I tried shifting the other way, but see, the problem is, right? And I had to explain this to my son yesterday. Because the problem that I kept having was my leg would start hurting, but it would be that numb feeling. I don't know if anybody's ever had their cut off circulation to your leg because maybe you were sitting on it weird, right? You were kneeling down wrong or whatever, but you go to get up and your legs just your legs behind your knees, it all hurts, right? Well, I'm not kneeling, okay? I'm not I'm sitting kind of a funky way, but I'm not kneeling down and sitting on my legs or anything like that, right? I've got my legs relaxed and comfortable on top of the roof, okay? To where I'm not losing circulation. Well, because of me turning and being all twisted and hammering, what starts to happen is I start to get that feeling in my legs. Because my back's all jacked up, right? So all those nerves start to get pinched and things start to not get happy. I'm sitting on a hard roof. So my legs started hurting really bad and going numb. And I kept telling my son, I was like, man, I need your help with this. I need your help with that because my legs. And he's like, your legs are always hurting, Dad? And I was like, well, see, the interesting thing, son, is it's not my legs that are the problem. The problem is my back. My back is what's causing it. He goes, how does that work? I was like, well, it's all connected from the top of your head and your brain. It goes down your spine. Everything's connected into your body. I said, and so when those nerves get pinched in your back, it can affect everything else. And so he was like, oh. I don't think he understood, but he said, oh. He said, okay. Whether or not he understood, I'm not really too worried about, I guess. All right, so this is build 1, right? So this is the first part. And then that command block is the second part. Sorry, not command block. Structure block. Why is that structure block? Is that in the wrong spot? I feel like it is. Because it is. Whoops. Here we go. Well, that fixes that. For the exception of this side, oops, excuse me. I'm not sure if it cuts off. No, it doesn't. Hiccups. Well, gasping for water, I guess. Speaking of gasping for water. Yesterday, when I was working on the roof, aside from the twisting and sitting in my legs, the heat. My shirt, I didn't even realize my shirt was drenched in sweat until I went into where cold air was blowing directly on me, and it made my shirt cold, and then it was touching me, and I was like, "Woo, that's cool, but it feels good," Yep, speaks truth. Yeah, the heat on roofs get intense. Yeah, so the heat up there was pretty intense, and because of that, I was thinking. So when I was working on the roof yesterday, and it didn't happen until it started getting warmer, right? But yesterday I was working on the roof, and I was sitting, but when I would get up, or I would try to reposition myself so that way my back wouldn't be hurting me, I would start to feel nauseous. I still don't know exactly what it is. I kept thinking that it was the heat. I was just having heat issues, but I kept drinking water to make sure I wasn't overheating or dehydrated. Even though I felt like I was still dehydrated, I kept drinking water. Well, I would drink water and I would still feel nauseous. I would wait a little bit and it would go away, and then I would continue working. So I figured maybe it was just my body struggling with the heat or something. I don't know. But actually what I think it was, after talking to the wife about it last night, and I was like, I don't think it was necessarily the heat. Yes, it could have been as well as the heat, but I think the issue was, because I've had this happen in my life. I have a higher pain tolerance for things than most. Like most people in general, I guess you could say, like my kids for an example. And one of the things that I know happens to me, because I just don't really realize it until after the fact, right? But I have a high pain tolerance. So because I have a high pain tolerance and I just don't really think about it, or I don't let it bother me, I forget about it. I don't know if that's weird or not to anybody, but your pain tolerance, it's just like an everyday thing. You're like, oh, it's just Tuesday. It's like another Tuesday, right? So anyways, I have higher pain tolerance. So when things start hurting, with the nerves like that, even though I'm not in in extreme pain or anything, my body is. And because my body's in pain, it makes me nauseous. And the reason why I know that my body does this is because I've had kidney stones. I think I've had 8 of them, and the same thing happens. I'll know it's hurting. It'll be hurting, but I'm not somebody save me, right? Not until later. It usually takes quite a while before I get to that point, but usually as soon as I get to that point, I'm already in the hospital. They're already about to give me something to help with the pain. So kidney stones, if I have a kidney stone, I'm going to the hospital. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. When that pain gets to a certain point, you just I can't do anything. I can't do any, I'm in so much, that's the only thing. Pain, that's all I feel. But anyways, nonetheless. But yeah, you need some electrolytes too if you deplete them. I think that's where I also might have messed up too, Ajax. Last night when I went to bed, because I had to finish what was already done on the roof. Last night I had to finish that. I was up until midnight trying to finish that on the roof with a light and everything. I still, like, my back was hurting. Everything was hurting. My body was hurting. It was aching. Didn't want to do nothing. I couldn't even go to sleep. That was part of the problem. Until I went to the fridge and I was like, I got some Gatorade from when we went camping. I drank some Gatorade. Actually, I ended up drinking the whole thing before I went to bed, and then I felt so much better after having that. The electrolytes, like you were talking about. I think that was another issue. Electrolytes. I'm about to go get me some more Gatorade. Working on this roof, because this is my last one. I just brought it in here because, well, it's just in here. Just to kind of give me, I guess, some more electrolytes from yesterday. Because the other thing is, too, that I realized, and it wasn't until this morning that I realized, that I didn't eat anything yesterday. I had nothing to eat. Not eating is not good when you're working. I can promise you that. So yeah, that was another one of my issues that I kind of realized, is that I needed to eat. So I should have had something to eat, should I say. I don't necessarily want to mix these two. Let's actually, I guess I'll mix them, because I want to make sure I get the bridge maybe part that this part doesn't get, and then maybe I can reference. I don't know. I'll just encompass it anyways, just to make sure I can grab it. And I'm gonna push this out all the way out to at least right here. I'm not necessarily worried about that tower. I'm not necessarily worried about the towers too much, because like I said, once I get it thrown up in the air, I'm gonna move things around. So yeah, not only drinking water, you gotta make sure you eat. I forget to eat, honestly. Once I start working and I start getting into, like, I'm fully engaged, I forget to eat. It's not good, but it happens. It definitely does happen. Okay, is that line low enough? Yeah. I wanted to make sure it was gonna collect all these blocks underneath in the floor too. I don't know if I like this flooring design or not, but we'll change it. We'll mess around with some differences. Yeah, heat under, when perspirating like that, you also need to make sure you have good salt intake, which helps helps retain hydration. My brother was a welder working inside things that would get extremely hot and had to take salt tablets. Yeah, but you need some electrolytes. If you deplete them, never drink ice cold liquid when hot. Nope, I sure don't. And it shocks the body and can be life-threatening in overheating / heat stroke situations. Yeah, that was one thing that they always talked about when we were in the military. People would drink water and like, I want some cold water. And drill sergeants would be like, cold water is actually not good for you when you are exhausted, because, like B basically said, is it shocks your body. Essentially, the way that drill sergeants actually explained it in the military was your body can digest and process warm water or room temperature water even compared to cold water. Cold water makes your body go, makes you put your body into more work. You're putting your body under more stress, essentially. So yes, shocking the body, because it takes your body's then has to warm up that water and then digest it. It can't digest it when it's cold like that. Your body cannot digest it. You can drink it and you can go inside your body, but your body warms it up in order to digest it fully. I don't know if anybody knows that. Maybe I'm just talking to talk like I usually do, but hey. All right, let me look at the structure block. Okay, we need to make the red. Let's just go 64 so we can see where we're at. Okay, we want to compass that, but we want to drop it maybe like, we'll just go 10 blocks. I don't think it's going to be, yeah, it might be a little bit more than that. That's what I was going to say. Let's make it not as tall. Let's go with 38. Let's go with 34. That looks good. And then long ways. Okay, command blocks right there. So blue. We wanted to probably take that as far as it'll go. Yeah, because it's not gonna. Yeah, it doesn't even encompass that tower over there. Just these two. So let's cut. I would say let's cut that down by like another 10 blocks. There we go, like that. And then I'll have the build essentially up in the air. And I can move it around. Okay, so that's done. Let's save all these blocks. We're going to go building 1, building 1, 2, and then building 2. So B1. B1. S1, B1, S1. Building 1, structure 1. Where's my S? Give me my S. I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why. Okay, building 1, structure 1. We'll save that. This will be building 1, structure 2. Building 1, structure 2. Structure saved. And then we'll come over here. Building 2, structure 1. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and rip those 2 out. 3, actually. Let me clear this. / clear. And let me pick block these command blocks here, like this one. Control pick block, and then I'll make sure that this one saves the other command block that's over here, all the way in this corner. All the way in this corner. You can't, I don't even know if you can see it's so small. We'll save that structure, and then we'll have the other command block in it, or the structure block in it. All right, so cool. Let's put this one over here, outside of these structure blocks. Let me make sure we got enough room. / set block. Nope, I'm stinking wrong buttons. Okay, so that's the first one. And it doesn't cross over with that one. We'll go to load and hit load. And it brings it up here. We'll hit this one. And we'll hit load. Load. And it'll bring in the other part. We can also take this out. I figure for ease of movability, essentially, to be able to move the buildings. Kind of want to get rid of some of this extra stuff that's not really needed. Okay, so we got that building plus that tower with the flag, part of the wall, and that's good. Okay, let's grab this block right here. And then we're gonna drop below this one. Hopefully far enough to be away from that one. Yep. Perfect. That doesn't overlap with the castle, right? Nope. Perfect. Even better. Even better. Sweet. Okay, so this is the... Oh my goodness. These are the builds. We wanted to rotate this one. So this one needs to rotate like a 360. And then we can place it over there, is what I'm thinking. So let's do that. Let's go back to the structure block. Let's get rid of these. We don't need this. Because this is part of the other build within the area, and we don't necessarily need this for when we're trying to figure out placement here. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm breaking stuff. That's okay. I'm going to rotate it anyway. Well, I guess I'm going to just rotate it now instead of trying to do that. So we wanted to go 360, right? 270, 180. It basically needs to go from here to here. Yeah, that's not 360. That's 180. Okay. And then do we want to mirror it? Like, do I want it to be... No, I don't think so. So right now it's facing like this. And if we go... like the 180 rotation, it'll then be like this. And if we mirror it, these towers would then be on the opposite side. But I think I want these towers here because then they would be kind of like there would be a gate like kind of by the opening. Yeah, let's do that. I think that might work out pretty well. We'll have a big gate. Like you go through a gate to get in and then you go through another big gate to get closer to the castle, right? So let's not, we said no, we weren't going to mirror it. And then none in seconds, show bounding box, load. Okay, so that should have, yeah, there we go. I was going to say, it should have rotated it the way we wanted it to. Yeah, so you see this, right? Right, this is the storage room. This is the gate, I guess maybe to get to the storage area, right? Right, the king's jewels have to be protected and kept safe. In case you didn't know, the king's jewels are the most valued item in his castle. I guess, I don't know, just making stuff up. I don't think these stone blocks really make much of a difference, but I want to get rid of them anyways. I broke that block. That's okay. I don't need that one anyways. It's not that one that made the difference. It was the one that was over here, and I told it to rotate. A little bit cleaner now. King's jewels, all the gold, diamonds, and ancient debris. Exactly. Got to keep it behind locked doors. Double locked doors, to be fair. Even though they're not locked, they're open, but still. Like that gate's open. Triple if you consider the doorway, like this one. Triple door locks. I don't know. All right, so now we want to copy that and actually place it over here. Yeah, let's do that. What up, Red? How's it going, man? How you been? I've been working on my roof. I don't know what kind of work you do, Red. Honestly, you were like the electrician master the other day, which I appreciate. Again, as I said before, your help with that. My sister, actually, more so than anything. But yeah, I appreciate you and your efforts that day. It was very helpful. Okay, so even though it's been rotated, that should still encompass this whole build. Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Perfect. Perfection here. Okay, let's save this as R. What is it supposed to be? We'll just put R, rotated. Building 2S1. So we'll put R. Or maybe we'll just do B2S1R. There we go, like that. Like that. Save. Let's go, whoops. Let's go ahead and control pick block that one. And let's see how we can get that gate to potentially sit over here somewhere. Ooh, takes up a lot more space than I thought it was going to. It looks like the building might be in the right spot. It needs to shift over though, I think. I would say. Shift over to the right. And maybe a little bit more inwards, like that. Make sure we can get that building in here. It looks like it'll be right up on the ledge. Needs to be pushed back some more. I think it's centered. It just needs to be, I think positioned just right. And I say that because part of the issue with this is the unlevel terrain, right? I wanted to level out all this terrain. I mean, it takes so much work. I want to level out all.
And you get a potato. And you get a potato.
What's up, Cuban?
B gifted one
I run a hydraulic shop. A hydraulic shop. You run one. Nice. Like what kind of hydraulics? Like just anything? I mean, there's so much to hydraulics, dude. There's tractors. I mean, that's pretty much it. Everything's considered a tractor. That's a general term. It's like, oh, hydraulics, like brake hydraulics, right? There's different hydraulics. There's high pressure hydraulics. There's low pressure. There's like cranes, tractor, like, you know, there's all kinds of different things when it comes to hydraulics. I was just curious. All of it, LOL. Oh, okay, really? Oh, nice. So how do you know about electrical like that if you're working with hydraulics? Hydraulics, I mean, maybe you have your own house, I guess. Oh, you rebuild their power units too. Okay, I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. Because you have to hook up to like, yeah, you have to hook up certain like power for certain hydraulics. Like some like, we'll just say like a vehicle. And I'm just referencing things that I know. For an example, a vehicle lift, right? You got to hook up that vehicle lift. You got to hook up the electrical hydraulics to the building, right? So you got to know how to do that. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, actually. I've never done anything like that before. Like put a lift in. I will though. My plan is with this house eventually. I want to maybe next summer. I'd been thinking about trying to put a concrete slab at my house in my yard, so that way I could put a vehicle lift on it and, you know, use it. Right? Like a vehicle lift is like $2,000, which granted is a lot of money, but considering how much it can benefit you, $2,000 really isn't that much. It isn't that bad. When it can pick up an entire car, you know, up in the air, not just pick it up and put it in the air. Okay, there's difference. 1, 2, 3 blocks. We build and repair power units, valve cylinders too. Always been kind of handy, but I learned most of it wiring out motors and control boxes. Okay. I would say, you know what, if I was to say like, oh, this is what maybe taught me about some electrical, is basically cars. Honestly, I would say cars taught me some of the basics when it comes to electrical. And like I said, it was just working on cars. You're going to delete all of this, aren't you? That's okay. We're just getting a visual anyways. And then we'll probably rebuild and remap some things. You're about to destroy everything. All right, we'll go to load. And I want to see what it's going to break. So part of this, too, I want to also figure out where I'm going to have this ground level. I don't think I'm going to have this much of a difference between this ground and that ground. This one I don't necessarily mind too much. This is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. But this can also be adjusted, right? So the water can be right there. It could be right here, or it could be right there. And maybe we won't even have any water, because if a ship is being built but yet isn't in the water, you know, maybe we'll just have this in a hole in the ground. How did I have it on my test like area? This one right here with the ghost blocks. That's pretty cool though, Red the handyman. I didn't know you owned a shop. That's really awesome, Red. Makes sense why you don't do you make videos about your hydraulics? You should. You know how many videos... Okay, doing research on how to do my roof, doing research on how to do this, doing research on... Oh, like solar is where I've been. Oh, no, don't own the shop. Oh, I thought you owned the shop. I was going to say, if you own the shop, man, you should start making videos. But like, this is Fierce Red. We about to tear this up right now, get it torn down to get the hydraulics working, baby. I don't know. Something fun. I watch business owners, and Minecraft just crashed on me. I've watched business owners on YouTube do like their business like work and explain how they're doing it on YouTube videos. And people watch it. I watch them. I should do some videos. Could be fun. It could be fun, right? Walk around, like, I mean, whatever, right? They just record and then they, you know, edit. Whatever. I've thought about doing that too. Like, if I started working on, like, when I started working on the Barracuda, I want to video record everything about it. Like, I want to get a camera set up. Like, so, again, I haven't started working on my Barracuda because I want a garage and or a lift to work on it. So this way, when I do take it apart, I have all my parts in a safe, set location, so I can go put it back together. It'll all go together pretty easily because I got to get it shipped. I have to take the engine out, the motor, engine out. I got to take the engine out, the heads and everything because it's got a head gasket leak. So I got to send the motor out to have it milled and machined so that way it can be like right. You know, with some piston rings and everything. I'm basically rebuilding the engine. In order to rebuild the engine, I got to send it out. And when I send it out, it's going to be months before I probably get it back. You know, with all the repairs done to it. So I want to be able to have a garage that I could be like, all right, I'm taking it apart. Right? Maybe I'll take it apart. We'll just say one of the breaks, probably not summer break. I'm thinking maybe winter break. I'll take it apart. Right? Find a place to ship it to. The motor, whenever I get ready, whenever I do it, whenever this ain't gonna happen anytime soon. This is just like future thinking, way future thinking. I try not to think too much about the future, but it's nice to have goals, right? So future thinking, future me, way future me wants to potentially during the winter time take the engine apart, right? And then with all the parts and stuff, they'll just be sitting in the garage on the shelf, right? Like kind of labeled pictures and all that stuff, maybe, and then I want to do this in a garage so that way, one, the weather won't bother me, and two, it won't bother the parts. I never get into cars like that. I can do simple repairs, replacements. Yeah, so I've gotten deep into cars. So that's one thing. So you know hydraulics, I know cars. Right? It doesn't say that I don't know hydraulics. I do know some stuff about hydraulics, and I have crimped my own hydraulic lines when I was in the Army. Because, well, you kind of had to as part of your job, you know what I mean? And they don't have like the fitted hoses, like the part numbers and stuff, because, well, we never get them in stock. We always cut to fit. We cut everything and then, you know, splice it and crimp it and all that jazz. Had special tools for it and all that stuff. We make hoses in-house. Yeah, it's way better. It's like, I mean, if you have a hydraulic hose that's broken on, we'll just say on a tractor, right? And I'm just throwing that out there. Are you going to sit there and wait and order that hydraulic hose, or are you just going to cut it and fit it? Right? Especially if you have the equipment. One, it's cheaper, and two, it's a lot quicker than waiting on a parts store, right? So that makes sense because you work in a hydraulic place. And same thing when I was in the military. Like, there's so much hydraulics on all the military vehicles that you would have to cut and crimp your own. That just makes more sense that way. So as in a business aspect, yes. I would be lost if you said, no, we just buy all of our hoses. We're like, what? That don't make no sense, Red. But some businesses do operate in weird ways like that too. So, anyways. Yeah, hydraulics. Definitely deal with hydraulics. Like you deal with mechanics, like I deal with hydraulics. So you can, but you don't on a regular. Makes sense to me. It's like the same things that I do. Okay, I wanted to see how deep did I place this over here before stinking game crashed on me. This looks like it's... Oh! It looks like I only have it one... Looks like I got it right at the water line. And this does go a little bit lower. Are these castles... Or is this wall tall? Oh yeah, that's a tall wall. Okay. I basically want you know, when a player walks around the outside of the wall, it looks huge. Like, that's a big wall. Kind of an idea. Okay, so now I just wanted to come in here and check this. To see where it was at, so that way I would have a better idea of where I want to place things, right? So if this is going to be at this... We'll just say this Y level right here where the boat ramp is going to be. Even though this building is elevated, I don't think I want it this elevated. Like, you see how everything's kind of elevated? I don't want it elevated like this necessarily. It's just too much. So, with knowing that the water level, if I can get myself positioned right, with knowing that the water level is right here, right, we can look at this land and see how many blocks we go up higher than, we'll just say, than water level, right? So we got 1, 2, we got 3 right here, right? Does this ground go any higher than this? 4. So we got 4. So it goes up 4 blocks, right? Did I have that right? I flew out because I couldn't see. Yeah, that's right. 4. I don't think there's anything higher than this right here. 67. Yeah, so only 4 blocks high. Whereas in comparatively over here, where this is raised, there's like a 10 block difference. And that's what I didn't like. Right here is like a 10 block difference from here to the water level. That's huge. But 4 blocks makes sense, right? So that means now what I can do, thinking about it, is we will put the building 4 blocks above the water level. So we'll quit here, and then we'll go back into the build. We do buy some. We don't have the ability to make hoses over 1 inch. There's limits to everything, Red. That makes sense, though, you know. Maybe there's different equipment. Again, I don't know that much about hydraulics. You know what I mean? So certain hoses maybe need more special equipment to crimp properly and to cut properly. You know what I mean? And so I would say, like, yeah, I would just say that kind of makes sense. That you would do as much as you can without it costing you too much. So let's say that the 1 inch, anything over an inch, right, requires you to have like a $10,000 machine. I can understand that. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. See how this is like 4 blocks right here? Look at that. It's actually 3, but the wall makes it 4. There's 3 and the 4. That's essentially what's going to happen with that building. These things are all going to drop 4 blocks, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all actually going to be dropping 6 blocks. That's a huge difference. That's the problem that I've been having when looking at this build and trying to bring it into the server, is moving all of this stuff down. So we're going to do that here, actually. Where is sea level according to this build? This is in the air, so I couldn't really tell you. Water is going to be at that level. We're standing on water at 106. So 110. 110 is where... Go away, fly. 110 is where we want... Did I get him? Nope. Keeps flying and crawling on me, and it's like... I don't know. Flies are annoying. 110. Oh, this is actually perfect. Okay, look at that. I had it perfectly set, and I didn't even know. Nice. Okay, so that block... Yeah, 110. This is where everything's going to be, is at 110. So everything above 110, like this, all needs to go. All these stone blocks. Let's see if I can do a command for that. What we can do is keep flowing water, grass block. Let's grab this one. Let's put this here. We want to execute fill air replace. We're gonna do stone. But it's relative to where I am minus 10. What we're actually gonna do is, instead of doing that, what we'll do is we'll take out the relative coordinates and we'll put 110. Actually, we'll put it right here. We'll put 110. Get rid of that relative coordinate. We'll put this one back. We'll put relative downwards. No, we want to go negative. We'll actually go 1. Well, we want to get rid of the stone above 110. Oh, we don't want to do too much because then it'll delete other things that I don't want it to delete. Stone is also considered andesite. Ooh, for some reason in the game, when you hit delete and diorite, watch, it'll get rid of some of the diorite. So we want to go 110 and up. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks? So 105? I mean 115? 110 to 115? Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so 110. Actually, I should probably put it right here. It'd make more sense in my brain. 110, and this should be 115. Boom. Syntax error. Replace. Run fill. 10 relative. Space. Relative 10. Air. Replace stone. Control all. Control Z. Why is that not working? It's saying that there's an error with the air. Fill with air. Maybe 0. Replace stone. Is it still saying that there's a... Oh yeah, now it says that there's an air 1. No. Okay, why is this not working? Okay, now there's no errors. What? Maybe there's a double space and I didn't realize it. Okay. Grab this one. Changes this to dirt. We'll say stone. And then we'll put this on there. We'll grab that. Put that on there. And then boom. Alright, so now... That's not working. I'm not deleting nothing. That's not deleting. It might be because there's not a ticking area up here. Failed to execute. Control Alt, Control C. Okay, there it goes. Now it's working. Okay, I was like, what? Why is that not working? Will it get rid of the granite? No. But I bet if I do that... See how it gets rid of the granite? It gets rid of stone. I said stone. You guys saw the command that says stone, but it gets rid of this too. The andesite. I don't know if that's intentional or if that's a bug, but to me it seems like that's a bug in the game. Because it's not done that before. Let's get rid of all this stone where we don't want it to be. Oh, see, look, it's andesite and the diorite flooring. And those are polished, but yet it's still getting rid of it. It's so weird. I said stone. I didn't say andesite. I didn't say diorite. I didn't type that in, but I think because it's in the stone category, andesite, diorite, that is getting rid of that as well in the game category. And it's kind of annoying. Or it's rather annoying. I don't want to fly over there. It's going to get rid of all of that stone over there too if it's within the parameters that I set. Is it getting rid of it? No, it's not. Okay, cool, perfect. Get rid of all of this. I think that's pretty much everywhere. Not everywhere, but most parts. Okay, so if we'll go ahead and turn this off. Yeah, this kind of starts to level things out a little bit better, I think. I almost want to fill in stone or grass, should I say, right here. But I'm not going to do that. Or sorry, actually grass right here would have been better. But I don't want to do that because it's going to mess with the building too as well, I think, the castle. Yeah, because not everything is exactly the way you would think it would be. Okay, so let's go ahead and load. Oh, actually, you know what? I want to save. Right now, I think is a good save point for the structure blocks, so that way I can recover this castle the way it is now. So we're going to do that. /clear. And then we'll save all these structure blocks, just because if I mess anything up, I can just like load it up again. Remember, I've told you this is kind of like my undo button. The only thing is I got to keep it updated. My undo button. Kind of. I've been saved by a hydraulic repair company while stuck on a job site. They made hoses right in their van. Yeah, I've seen that too. Mobile repairs like that. Yeah. Hi, also Red. I've been lurking while working. Hey, Polly, says Red. Are you working too, Red? Are you lurking while working? Lurking while working. Guys are great employees. Sure, your boss. Does your boss watch streams with you too? I'm just like, if I was a boss, I'd probably be like, bro, it's time to work. It's on YouTube. It ain't going nowhere. I mean, if I was a boss and I caught you, you know, on your phone or something, kind of thing. Yeah, there should be a couple more. Oop, I got a visitor, I think. I thought correctly. Hi, wife. Yes, ma'am. Oh, she says she was just coming to see what I was up to. Doing things. I'm always doing things. This command block, like, or this structure block, grabs like a very small portion of the build over here, just because of how small it is. But that's okay. I think it's so funny. All right, let's grab that one. Let's hit load, which is right here. And it's going to tear up the castle, which is fine. A little bit, but that's fine. That's fine. I just want to get like the idea. Down, yeah. So it's gonna cut this all off. But we're gonna do it anyways. All right, cool. Load. Yeah, so this is what it could potentially look like. Okay, I kind of like that. I don't know if I want this building so close to the walls over here. I should actually shift it this way more. I was trying to make sure the building was going to have plenty of space. Which it does. Maybe it does. Maybe it does. Maybe right here is more than enough space. I mean, what would you do really behind here anyways? Right? Other than like a pass by or a pass through. That's got the bridge on it right there. We could always adjust that and move it to like over here, right? We could switch that bridge part, redesign it, put it over here. Or in all actuality, right? Because this is the gate house, right? Does this connect to like anything? Right? There's a door here, and essentially there just needs to be a door here, which actually wouldn't happen because the gate's in the way. Okay, so that's not gonna work. I was just thinking like we can extend this bridge essentially to the other side, like right here. Like you see how this extends out, right? That could actually connect to the next castle, like this is connected right here. And we can take this anchorage with the gate, maybe. Probably put it. I don't know. Somewhere else. We can figure that out later. But I like the placement. What do you guys think? I have to go back in a few hours to load a cylinder. Oh, okay. You have to go back to work in a few hours. Oh, a few hours, huh? Let's see. Hold on. Hey, Polly. Usually I'm off. Red says usually I'm off on Saturdays, but I did have to go in this morning. I'm the boss today, and I'm still working, says Polly. I'll have to go back in a few hours to load the cylinder. Nice. Okay. If this actually is not correct, this needs to be dropped one more block. The commands are the structure block right here. This one. I think that would actually look better a little bit lower. I mean, it kind of towers a little bit above the wall. See, that's where I probably don't like this. In a sense, I mean, do you really want that? Do I really want this building to be hovering above the wall like that? I guess so. Kind of seems to defeat the purpose of the wall, right? Maybe you'll stop ground attackers, but you ain't gonna stop aerial attackers because they're gonna shoot over the wall. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. Whatever. Just don't worry about me. I'm just saying things to be saying things sometimes. Okay. I do want to move that one block back. Just so that way it's off of that wall over there. And it is one block downwards. So that way we get this kind of at that 110 spot right here. This, yeah, that works. If you hit load, boom. And now it's dropped by one. And it's shifted by one. Yep. It's shifted right. Yep. That gives me more space over here. One extra block over here. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but it works. Alright, I'm going to... Let's take this out. I do not believe that this is going to be needed. This bridge. This, like, gate. I might not need it at all. I mean, I might use it, might not use it. I like the build idea. It's pretty cool with the hanging stuff. I might not use it. Yeah, that looks way better. get rid of all this. I think that's where that went. Not that it matters too much entirely. There you go. Okay, so there's that, right? I think that fits great. I'm going to take out the rest of this stuff, except for the command blocks. Yeah, we'll leave my command blocks here. But I will take out the rest of this. And see if we can get the other part shifted, twisted, turned, and placed in this area how we want. Now, part of the reason why I want to do it this way, or why I'm doing all of this, is because I want to make sure that the island that I'm on, everything is encompassed where I want and how I want it. You know, like I said, right? If this is set up the way it's supposed to be set up, the main entrance is going to be right here. You know, from the spawn area. So you'll come in through here. You'll see this little courtyard, right? There might be like a stable or something like right here. Maybe some carts over this way, right? You could walk. There's going to be a path to kind of walk around. Like maybe to where the castle is. Because like I'm about to tear this all down right here. Yeah, so this is where I'm like, I need to like figure out and take things apart and move it. And Rotten and Nope will sit here and tell me like all the time, like, oh, you know, Java's better because you could do editing a lot easier and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, maybe, but I like sometimes I like the long way. It's like, you know, your build a little bit more intricately, like, you know, all the little bits and pieces. Like, wait a minute, that's not right, because I put this manual, I guess, time into making this build the way that I want it to be versus copying somebody else. Right, like one thing that you could like, if somebody's copying you and it's like, oh, I have this, well, why did you do that, or why did you do this, right? Well, if you didn't build it yourself, you might not know why it's there. If you didn't put any kind of like labor or time into understanding the build that you're manipulating, you really couldn't say to anyone that you built it at all. This, I always try to give me that, like, okay, I didn't necessarily build it. I just went off of a template and made modifications as I needed it. But most of the time when people see it, it's like, oh, I've never seen this before, or I've seen something like this, but this is a cool design, right? Did you design it this way? Yeah, I did. I don't know. I think too much outside and inside and around the box. Sometimes. Things that aren't even important, I suppose. Get away from my build. I think I'll just cut this bridge, and then that'll probably be where I stop breaking this. There's a lot of breakdown. Should have usually used command blocks. Fill with air. Delete everything is basically what it would do. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. And what we could do, so this is my thought process now, right? What we'll do, or what I would like to do, is to then take that that wall right here, this one down here, and extend it like around, maybe this way or around into the castle. So it might be this one. It's just, how would I move that? I want to say that might get turned like this and then go long ways. And then what I could do is I can connect that bridge, if that's sitting long ways, potentially to that bridge, or actually make one to this tower, should I say. So instead of this bridge being right here, it would actually connect right there. And because I would rotate it, it would connect from this side right here to this side right here. And so then it would sit long ways like this right here, which would then leave like this open court area for the castle itself. And then the rest of it is like villagers, villages, little housings, markets, maybe even a quarry, like not like a custom made built quarry, right? Like maybe like a quarry right here of some sort with loading things in and out of like the shipping area, right? That would make sense to me. That's how I'm thinking of it. So how would I need to now remove this. How can I remove that? Where? Okay, so that command block looks like, or structure block. Where's the structure block go to? Do we not have bounding lines with you on here? Bounding box. Show. Okay. If I say, hey, this is all got to be air, is it gonna delete already what I was working on? No, it's not. Okay, so it should delete all of this though. All right. Let's go down here. I wonder if I can load in just air. I don't think I'd be able to do that. 54, here, let me print screen. 54, 34, 54. Grab you. I'm gonna fly all the way up in here. I gotta grab a structure of air with the same dimensions as that one, and it'll just delete everything. It'll make it easier than me trying to break it down piece by piece. Where's my screenshot go? Screenshot. Nope, that's not it. Is it it? That is. 54, 34, 54. 54, 34, and 54 again. And we will take that offset out, and then we will save this as air B2, because it's building 2. B2 air. B2 air. Save. And then look how much open air or open space there is now, right? With that pretty much gone. And if we put this castle, we'll just say long ways right here, like I plan on doing it, it's still going to leave essentially where the entrance is all the way to the castle and all this area. It's all going to be open. It's all going to be open for builds, for farms, for stalls, for decoration, you know. Wait, this isn't an episode of Extreme Home Makeover? No, as much as we've been talking about housing stuff, no, surprisingly, no, it's not. Raccoon. Surprisingly, no, it's not. It's not home makeover. Extreme home makeover. That's funny. Remodeling, home remodeling. Okay, so let's go ahead. I need to remove this and this. I guess I'll do it manually. Because it's kind of an odd shape like this right here, being an odd shape. Against the wall. It's not like perfectly square, I guess. I could probably air that one. Yeah, this is very quick to break down this like small piece. That time I would have set up a structure block for that small area. It would have been like, okay. This is a little bit bigger, so let's see what I can do. Okay. Kind of about encompasses more than what I want it to, but hey. All right, so we just need to drop the red. That's a little less. I thought it was going to be 20, and then blue is probably about the same. Nope, bigger. Okay, and that should grab this whole structure. Yep. Okay, let me pick block that, and then I'll take it into the air with this guy up here. You need air, bro. You need to delete things. I'll just put air delete. Why did it change that size? That says air. That size shouldn't have been changed. There we go. That's the structure, right? That says B2 air. That says B2 air as well. We don't want B2 air. Oh, I didn't save. I didn't hit save, so it's getting confused. That's what it is. I didn't hit save on here. Because it's trying to take the whole thing in. That's not what we want. But look, it just totally messed everything up. Look, now it's like thinking that it's supposed to be the whole thing. I didn't hit save. Why didn't you hit save, dude? All right, let's try this again. We need to drop the red. What was it, like 24? That works. Blue, down to 24 as well. That works. Let me make sure it works. Yep. And then this says my structure air. That's funny. So let's go. Let's save this as air delete. That's what I said earlier, right? Air. What? I was like, maybe I had a wrong button. D-E-L-E-T. Air delete. So I'll save you. And then what it should do, slash clear, is save the dimensions in that structure block. And I'll just bring it up here and grab air and then bring it back down. Wherever. Oh, there we go. I'm like, wherever those command blocks were for the air. Boom. Boom. We'll hit. Yeah, so then we'll hit save. Okay, and then we'll go down here and we'll hit load. And it should delete that small area. Load, load, gone. Perfect. That's how you delete a building. Using structure blocks, I guess. Sometimes it's easier to do it that way. Okay, yeah. So now I have all this open space. Let's grab, what is that? Building 1. Right? And structure 2. Builder 1, structure 1, building 1, structure 2. And we want to rotate this, right? So I was talking about rotating it where this part was like where the front is. This part would be over here. That part would be facing this direction. Like I would see this side on that side. Unless I should rotate it all the way around. And make like this area the front entrance. Because where's the front at on this thing? I want to say that might be the main entrance. But if I'm going to run this parallel, I don't think that's going to be able to be the main entrance. I can always change it anyways. And I don't even know if I'm going to stick with this castle or not, or if I'll change it. So, let me grab this structure block. And let's see if we can actually, let's rotate it here. Because that's probably going to be the best way to do it, right? We want to rotate it to the right. One time, which I think should be 90. So if we go structure block and we go rotate 90. Let's actually go back. Let's look how it looks. Okay, so the command block is here. If we rotate it 90 degrees, does this move the picture? I don't know if it moves the picture. It does. Okay, so because it moves, oh, okay, so it doesn't, it just moves the lines. You can't actually see where it's going to place it, which is rather annoying. However, it should still be, I'm gonna hit load. It should still be the way I want it to be. Right? Yeah, I got this side. Yep. That's the way I want it to be. I got that side facing this way. So now we need to... Oh, this is the hard part. Where the other part connects and still rotate it. I don't know if we need this second part right here. No, I don't know. We'll just stick with what we have for right now, which is this one. And I want to place it like over here somewhere, so that way I can get a better idea. So let me grab this. I believe it's this one because it rotated. That says offset 60. You know, let's do this one. Let's grab this one right here. We'll just go. We'll put an R because it's been rotated. We'll hit save. We'll hit save. Let's grab that. And then now I can see where I want to put this building. Potentially. I should delete this whole building too. I'll work on that here in just a moment. All right, so this structure block will probably need to be right there. It's going to... What? That is not right. because that's the long way orientation. I want the rotated orientation. Which should, keyword should. Oh, it's saving it the wrong direction. Okay, so the red needs to be 64 and the blue needs to be 34. So we'll change this to 6. Change this 1, 2, 3. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's the building that I that's the building that I wanted. That's the building I should save. Save. There we go. Big block. B usually sits here and says, man, all this stuff is way over my head. It's just structure blocks B. That makes more sense. Okay, so we need to actually move it further to the left and then towards the back about 10 blocks. So let's go delete that block and then we need to come this way and this way. We'll just place that right there. Okay, so you see how this is like kind of connecting over here? That's what I was thinking, right? This connects to this white line down here. A white line that you can barely see. So there's a little white line right here, and then this bridge can connect to it. And that should be almost like right here where this tower is that I'm ramming my head against. Like that, you know? It's way over my head too, says Polly. No, you don't get it. You see what's happening though, right? Maybe you don't know what I'm doing, but you know what's happening. At least. Okay. I need to stop drinking that. It's got too much sugar in it for me. I usually mix it with water. So I don't usually like Powerade or Gatorade because as much as they might be helpful with all the quote-unquote electrolytes, they got way too much sugar in it, if you ask me. I want to push that building back. Maybe, give myself 2 blocks again of space. 1, 2. So then we would need to come 1, 2, 3 blocks backwards. 1, 2, 3, right there, right? Will that give me the space that I was looking at? Yeah, I might have to move it again, but this I think will work with how I'm doing things. Now, before I load this in, I actually want to delete this structure right here. This big guy. This big guy. So we'll take that. And I'm going to make another error thing. I'm going to put it on top of the other one. Seeing isn't understanding, otherwise, more or less. It's over my... Yeah, that's true. But don't they say seeing is believing? So you believe that what I'm doing is right. There we go. That works. Thanks. Appreciate you. 3464. This should be saved as... I'll just put air, honestly. Air. Save. And I'll just come back down here. We'll type in air, and it should, I think, get rid of it all. Did I not hit save? I don't know if I hit save. Says B. Seeing is an understanding, not in today's AI world. Not sure on seeing Cuban is believing Cuban. No, that doesn't. Does that not compute the same way? Does that really not compute the same way? I thought it would. Oh, it's AIR all caps. Okay, I spelled it wrong over there on the command block. I didn't realize I made it all caps. Is my caps on? No, my caps lock is not on. I just Made it all caps. There we go. Now I can load that. Boom. Deleted a bunch of stuff. Can I? Oh no, because it deleted it. I might just. Where's my other? There it is over here. Okay, so I got the dimensions. Let's make it into air. Hopefully, though, let me actually check this real quick. I might delete more than what I want it to. Let's not do that. Yeah, because it's going to delete part of that tower. Okay, I just need to shorten it on the blue side, essentially. Yeah, blue side. There we go, that works. Go back up to where all my air boxes are. Cuban is AI. I might be. You never know. Deep fakes and stuff that they have all going on nowadays. No, that blue side is not supposed to be 40. It's supposed to be like 20, I think is what I set it to. 21, 22? 37, 48, 40. No, 30. No, that's supposed to be 20. Yeah, see, this is like messed up again. This should be like 22. Right? Yeah. 37, 48, 22. 37, 48, 22. You didn't change? No, okay. Just make sure it didn't change like size again. $22. Deleted. Yeah, so many like structure blocks around this thing. It's crazy. It's kind of hard to tell where things are sometimes. Good thing I know what lines I'm supposed to be looking at, though. Be fair. Okay, so far we're pretty much down to now. Looking at this, we're pretty much down to just the big wall around the outside, plus the structure over here, which is the like the retaining wall, the boatyard. Except for the boatyard. Like we got the boatyard, we've got our storage house. Now we just need to get the can't speak. Now I just need to get the castle in position. And so like now, as you guys can see, because this is supposed to be the castle in position properly, supposedly, right? without actually seeing it in here, right? But it does have the box that's supposed to be here. So this spot will be taken. So again, this leaves us with this clear opening right here, this clear opening right here, and this clear opening right here. So, right, we could have your entrance. You come in, you see maybe a stable or two on the right side. Maybe nothing. Maybe it's just grass and a couple markets, right? Like entrance markets. I'm kind of like, this is my imagination, you guys. I'm sorry. It's a little wild, okay? So you walk through. We'll walk through the door and we'll be like, oh, cool. Like there's another gate for what? Oh, that's for the storage area and the castle. Oh, that makes sense. So you walk through and you see like some stuff onto the right. I don't know what. My mind is telling me horse stables. I could decide to do something later on. Something else. I don't know. Okay. So we have the horse stables over here. Okay. Maybe a villager to go with them. Right? Like the horses, like he maintains the horses kind of a thing. Then there'll be a pathway. What I'm thinking is a pathway that's going to come out over here and then right here or into this area because that's going to be the big castle, right? We're going to put that in here in a second and I'll explain again. Then we'll come over, we'll have a pathway that comes in right here and then we'll have market stalls, I'm thinking, on the left and maybe on the right. Maybe not right where the castle is, because maybe I'll make another entryway right there from, like, instead of going through the gate, you can go in through a side door that's usually locked, the dungeon door. I don't know. So it'll come out into a market. The market will then break off. And what I'm thinking for this area is kind of like a shipyard. Let me show you what like similar to, but I know I'm not going to go this direction. It's a little big. I could potentially copy it and bring it over and make some adjustments to the build. But I wanted something kind of like this. Kind of like this right here. You know, maybe not as big. Again, right? So we got the boat. We got the yard right here with these cranes, right? Maybe I'll just do one and not like three, right? To make it consolidated. But I'll do one that's like right there along the side of the boat. And then maybe I'll do two that looks like it's a mine shaft, kind of like this, right? Like this looks like it's, you know, strapped piece of block that's ready to get picked up, you know, with this crane, and this crane is also going to pick up this block, you know. So I'm kind of looking at a design maybe similar to this, but maybe not just blocks, because I'm thinking of not just blocks, but like maybe wooden logs, right? I mean, we got to get our stuff in somewhere. You know, and then maybe we could do like gold. I don't know what the heck this is. What is this? It's a weird gravel mound just kind of sitting. That's a weird build. Okay, maybe it's just not finished. I don't know. But you see how look, there's logs over here. This is what I was meaning. Something like this that looks like they might be getting picked up and moved around. You know, I think that would look really cool. Like I'm actually importing and exporting items. You always wonder why. Do they usually, like IRL? I don't think they usually do an IRL. Maybe in game, in this game, yes, because it looks cool. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Can I Google that? Do sailboats dock with their sails open? Sailboats are usually docked with their sails flapping in the wind over the humans' head. Or sorry, the humans. The helmsman's head, which slows the boat down. Here are some tips for docking a sailboat. This is the side of the dock that faces the wind, also known as the downside. Sail downwind, parallel to the dock, about 2 boat lengths away, depending on the wind. Put their trailer towards, slowly guide the dock, and tie up a clean knot. That's how to... How to sail, how to dock. How to sail, how to dock. I just wanted to know, how did large sailing ships long ago get moving out of dock? How did large sails... It doesn't... I don't know. Leaving the dock with the sailboat under sails? docking thing. I'm pretty sure they roll up their sails when once they're docked and tied to the dock. You know, once the boat's tied to the dock, there's no reason to move, right? Like you tie yourself to the dock and you don't want to move, right? I would think that you roll up your sails. I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't know. Maybe it was just the search terminology that I was looking up that just didn't quite fall in line with what I was thinking, but yeah. I'm wondering if we should shift this. No, I want to leave it right there. We'll leave it right there. And we will go one more block. I'm gonna go one more block downwards like that. And let's hit load. Let's just do it. Let's just see how it's gonna look. Load. Right? It's gonna... No. No. Why is that showing that it's going to take up this area? Nope, that's not what we want. That's not what we want. I want this... Where's this... Why did that not seem to work? Right, this one's saved. Because it rotated it, right? So this is the R. Save. No. And this should be load. Maybe, because it said 90 degrees down here. Okay, I don't know why. Maybe that was just because of the way I loaded it with... Yeah, I did it over there with 90 degrees, and now it's... Okay, so that should work. All right, let's go. Let's just do it. Just do it. Load. One block too low. Load. There we go. That's better. No, actually, one block too low wasn't. It wasn't too low. I think that was actually perfect. Because then the bottom of it would be in line with the bottom of this one. Yeah, I don't know why. I was like, no, that's not going to work. Put it back one block lower. Sweet. Oh, look at that. It almost lines up like perfect. I think I need to shift it, like maybe center it, or maybe I could either center it or I can move this bridge. Oh, how does this look on the back? Do I have enough space on the back? I do. Let's push it back one block. I think that would work better. Let's go from here to here. Load. And that means this is all incorrect right here. Not that that matters, but the main thing was this one right here. Yes. This is only like a 2 wide gap. It's actually a 1 wide. It goes off of a 1 wide gap. And so we can just make this go straight instead of having that 2 wide gap, right? Because it looks like it's about to turn over this way. We don't want to turn that way. We actually want to go straight across. Right there. Right into that building. Okay, and then we'll build a wall. The same wall that we have, we'll build the wall all the way across. That's already got a wall. We don't need a wall over here. Maybe I'll just put a wall right here, just to put a wall right there. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, I guess you could walk all the way around and sneak into the castle because of poor planning. Poor engineering layout design. That's what we'll blame it on. All right, so now this is what we're looking at. Honestly, I think this is going to be... I like this setup. I like this setup a lot better. It leaves me a lot more space to put like villager houses. I've got the level, right? The Y level, the water level. I've got that pretty much down. This whole wall right here, this wall needs to be broken. I'm about to spit up my water. As I'm drinking, I'm reading what Polly typed. Awesome. Man, you're too funny, Polly. Making Sakura great again. Yeah, baby. There's some truth to that, by the way. There is actually some truth to that. Making Sakura great again. Yeah, so these will be up on land. These will be down into the dirt. All of this down here, I don't think I will be doing anything with. Again, let's see where we're at. 110. Yeah, so I'm gonna break all this. All this is gonna be gone. All this needs to be gone right here, because we're not gonna have this wall, retaining wall. Essentially, is what it is. We're not gonna have this retaining wall holding on to anything. So, I mean, it just makes sense to just tear it all down right here. All this. Which in turn, too, when looking at it, would give us more space. For a bunch of various other various builds. I think setting up like pathways and stuff, or pathways, whatever you want to call it. I think if I set that up in this like area, it's going to help me figure out where I want to put the other builds. So it's like at this point, I think I need to maybe consider getting another castle or keeping that one. I don't know yet. And figure out and then maybe like put grass in the area, in this area, to kind of really figure out where and how I want things. Let's get over here. Is this? That's 111. Okay, so that's just a wall. I kind of want to just leave like the wall, but tear everything else down. Just continue this wall. Boom. We'll just go all the way around. Lights on each one of these. I remember when there was the bug in the game where these lanterns were called sea lanterns. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I do. I remember that. I was like, what? They're not sea lanterns. Why are we calling them sea lanterns? That makes no sense. I think it was a UK and like English, like US thing. It was like just, it's the same thing, but it was just referenced differently. Actually go one more higher like that. Yeah. Yeah, all these need to basically go from there. Like all these like builds, these walls. I'll just need to take it from there to like right there. And then kind of fill everything in. Get rid of the unnecessary blocks that are here. Boom. Yeah, see, we're looking... Yeah, this is looking a lot more welcoming, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's the proper term. Open. It's a lot more open. Like, you can see a lot more stuff. That's what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if it's quote-unquote welcoming, but... I mean, I know what I'll end up probably doing is changing a lot of this wall theme, and this is what I'm gonna be working on is like this. I know when I started working with this build and stuff, like I started doing some of these things, but I definitely need to continue doing this kind of a pattern all the way around. I just wanted to what my main thing is I really wanted to do was get my storage area in Sakura so that way I can actually start working on this giant build. Unless I have this building, I have nothing. Honestly, I don't have this build. I need a storage area. That's my storage area. That's what we're working on. That's what we're keeping. So I need to reload all my structures so I can see how this is gonna look on Sakura. All my structure pack. I want to see how this is all gonna look on Sakura, so that way I can make adjustments like here on the creative side of things versus doing it in survival. I'm trying to figure out what the heck is this? Why is this here? It seems like a weird match. Maybe I was just trying to color match or texture match. I don't know. Okay. So that's there. We don't need that. What do you guys think of this so far? I like the more open areas a lot more. I really do. I think it looks welcoming, open, like, you know, this is how it's going to be. And instead of stone, imagine that being grass, right? Grass, pathways, other stuff like that. Maybe what I'll do is this is Y110, right? So maybe what I'll do, let me grab I think I might take a command block and just turn all this into grass. Maybe replace the stone with grass. Yeah, that'll probably work. On just one level, though, instead of the multiple levels. Just trying to get things cleaned up around here. Busted. Okay. Grass. Let's put some grass down. No, we wanted to pick block that one. It's gonna be stone to grass. All right, we want it at 110. We'll change this to 110 as well. we'll go grass block. Oops. Grass underscore block, I believe is what it is. Replace stone. Okay, it said it filled blocks, but I'm like, where? Because it should be filling it with grass underneath me. It's filling in grass somewhere, I just don't know where. Oh, inside of... Oh, it's replacing the floor. Actually, we should do 110. We should do 109, I think is what's going to work. 110 to 109. 09. It was replacing... There we go. I was replacing the inside of this and I didn't realize it. Okay, so now this should be like filled in like I would potentially want it to be. Obviously not exactly because I'm only replacing the stone, not actually filling the entire thing in with grass. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted to do this so that way I can get a better or another visualization on how things might end up looking. Because again, even when I bring it into Sakura, there are going to be different Y levels of grass and dirt, right? So that's what I want to make sure that I can accommodate, I guess, to and with. Is with the ground levels that's going to be in Sakura. Yeah, I might want to be careful with that one because that's going to delete all of that andesite too because it's like right at that correct Y level. Okay, so yeah, this is starting to look again with the grass. It's starting to look a little bit more homely. Let's turn this one off. I don't start putting grass where I don't want it to be. Yeah, I think this is progress. I say this is progress. I don't know what you guys think. This is progress. Progress. I think what I need to do if I was to keep this tower is I would have to start redesigning it with this block palette. Same thing with the walls. They're going to have to be redesigned with that block palette. Get rid of you. Fix like some of these things like this right here is stone. We should probably make this, regular stone bricks or something. I mean, it looks like it's coming from the castle, like it's part of like the land that it was being built on, but it doesn't fit the theme of what I will be doing from here. So like a lot of these, what I was saying from water level, right? So let's say this is where I'm standing on water, right? We want to go, our house, this castle will probably be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like that at most. So all of this that's stone would be filled in with stone bricks like this. Right, just so that way it kind of fills in the gaps and doesn't look like the castle is sitting on top of stone inside of the villager, I guess, area. Progress says B. Yep. So anyways, I was just trying to show you how I'll extend some of these things out and down and around. Might put some footers on it, like some legs, like little stairs like this, like these little footers around the building. Around the walls, should I say. Yeah, because this is, right? That's 106. Because that's where I have the water level now. I said 4 blocks up. Okay, so yeah, these buildings will come 4 blocks up. Some of this stuff probably won't raise 4 blocks from the water level. Like maybe right here where the entrance is, this will actually be downwards. And then it'll come up here. So like we'll have the grass. And then we'll probably start going down, right? By like 4 blocks-ish or whatever. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll bring this down. That's 1, 2, 3. And this would be essentially where the level would be for the entrance. Something like this, like right here. And then we would have a big hole that we would be entering in and out of. Or you would be as a player. We, you, me, us, them, they. Took too much out. There we go. Get out of here, you. I think that works. I think that works pretty well. You've been on Sakura only one time since the trim? Really? Shame on you, B. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, yesterday was a long day. Totally forgot about streaming. I was just busy doing stuff yesterday. I think I said that in Discord this morning. I was like, dang, I totally forgot it's Friday. Like, what the heck, dude? I'm curious. I want to see if I can replace like some of the same design, right? That's what we were talking about earlier. Will that work? And look good. Only one way to find out. Maybe. I might take that part out. This part. You know the tower with the big flag? Like that one? I might just throw that right here. Versus having the small one up against it. Let's go over here. Like this one and this one are almost the same thing. Or should I say this one right here? This one? Yeah, this one. This one? Well, I think that's the same because it rotated this. Yeah, so that tower is similar to this tower. So we take this tower and replace it with that tower that's broken, then we'll have a full tower. That sounded way more complicated than it probably needed to be. Let's see how I can copy this and put it on here without actually tearing up the castle. I think we can do that. Even though this corner is not part of it, I think we can get the rest of it and make it sit in place like I want it to, potentially. We'll see. I know, but I think not that half of my original mining stairwell is gone. Oh. So you lost some of your build. You didn't say anything to me, B. I could have fixed it. Sorry, I need to stand up. My legs started cramping up. Let's see, we've been going 2 hours, 40 minutes on stream this morning, or today. Yeah, this morning. Afternoon. Almost. Oh, man. I'm half tempted to go maybe take a nap a little bit later. Oh, no, I got to go to the store, so maybe not. Well, I might just rest my back for a little bit, just some more today. Not an issue. I knew I'd be gone. I knew it would be gone. I can also remine and get the stuffs again. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, if that was your original goal, and I've done that before, like, oh well, if it gets deleted, it gets deleted. I'm just doing this for whatever. That makes sense. That honestly makes sense to me, B. The problem, okay, so I don't get pains in my back so much as it starts affecting everything else. Does that make sense to me? Like, it affects my legs mostly. My legs, my feet. The doctors say as long as it doesn't mess with, like, your groin, like, as long as I'm not having any issues in my groin, it should be fine. If I have issues in my groin, then there's some other major issues that they would have to assess. I know that's what they always had told me when I was having my issues. They're like, the main biggest concern, are you having other pains elsewhere? The doctors would always tell me that. They're like, okay, as long as it's not there, it's not extreme. And I'm like, what do you mean it's not extreme? I'm in a lot of pain. This was when my back was really messed up. Well, they're like, yeah, but it's not like there's a major issue. And I'm like, maybe in your mind, but in my mind, there's a huge issue. It hurts. But yeah, the patches, I've had the lidoderm. I think it's libo, Libob. I'm not sure. But or lidocaine, that's what it is. Lidocaine is what I have. I have some lidocaine patches. They don't do much of anything. I used to like, because I would get it in a prescription, so and my mom used them a lot of the time. So when I was, and they stopped giving me the patches, I guess, I don't know, maybe the VA just thought that wasn't the best way to go about doing things anymore for whatever, who knows. But I was getting the lidocaine patches, and I would always get it renewed, like the prescription. I'd always refill it, even though I wouldn't use it, because my mom would use them and they would help her. Sometimes I would use them and they would help it. It wasn't very often. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure I'm going to encompass that flag up there. And right there. Yeah, so they are over the counter. But even though it's over the counter, the VA will still prescribe it. And if they prescribe it, then I get it for free. So that's kind of the purpose of that. Free is always nice. I have to check. Maybe, I don't know. I know we got a couple other veterans that usually hang out in my streams. I don't think any of you guys are veterans, or maybe you know veterans, other veterans. But I got to look into it, and I got to talk to a couple of my friends. But I'm almost certain that I should be able to get over-the-counter medication prescribed to me from my doctors and still get it from the VA for free. So I got to look into that for, like, cold medicine is what I'm, like, you know, Dayquil, NyQuil, stuff like that, like allergy medication. Like, that stuff gets expensive at the stores. But if I can go to the VA and I can say, hey, I need some self-care is what they call it. The self-help care is what they call it. At least when I was active duty. I could go into the clinic while I was active duty, and I say, hey, I need to get some self-care medication. And they would say, okay, what do you need? And I would tell them, like, hey, I need some allergy medicine, or I need this, or I need that. Anything that was, like, kind of over the counter that they carried and they had a list, I would grab it all, even if I didn't need it, right? You were only allowed to do it, like, so many times, I think in a month or whatever. But every time I was able to, I would go and do it, because it's when you need it and you don't have it, that's what sucks. I know my uncle used to get over-the-counter meds prescribed because it was cheaper. Yeah, well, whether it's a written prescription, it was, even if you go through the insurance company, if you have your doctor prescribe you over-the-counter medication, it's a lot cheaper than getting it from over-the-counter. And if your doctor says, oh, well, I don't need to write you a prescription because you can get it over the counter, but can you write me a prescription anyways? I know you don't need to, but I would like you to, because you're my doctor. I don't like my pains when they do happen. I don't know. People, things, doctors, stuff, they're all weird. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get the structure together. Okay, so that's 20. That's too much on the blue. 21? Nope, less than 20. Perfect. Okay, so that should be good. The red side needs to drop. What is that? 3 blocks? It looks like. I think it's 4. 3. We need to go 3 because we got to keep that edge of the top. The top's going to have an edge. I'll show you here in just a second. Because that's definitely going to have to be more than 25, so we'll go 30. Yeah, see that edge right here? I need to make sure I get the edge in. The red side can drop by 2, so it could be 21. There we go. Get the edge in on that side, and then let's go higher because we got the flag on there. I want to keep the flag. I'm gonna change. I want to change the design and the color scheme as well. Not quite sure what, but I do like the way that it looks. Like, I think it adds to everything. Like, as an actual castle. Yes, 10:15. We're almost done. I'm just trying to get some other things put together. You know, gotta get the tower, flag tower. That's the structure. Yeah, the way this is like going, it's definitely going to dig into that building. But I think I might be able to get, like, it lined up perfectly right here. And it lined up perfectly right here. And then what it's going to do is it's going to cut this building off just a little bit. But that's okay. I think that'll be a-okay because it'll give us a good reference point as to where and how we might want things. Okay, so let's break this other one. Actually, I don't want to break it. Let's just take that off so I don't get things confused, even though it's still showing it. Great, good job. So this comes up, this goes over way too far. What? Oh, because of the flag, right? That's right. Because the flag is like long, so we got to come out a little bit a ways. Like so ish. Break that one. And then I can see one more block. And this has got to go over, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Yeah, so it's going to cut this corner of this building off, but that should be a-okay. I might want to make it taller as well, because I really would like it, if I can, get it to sit like really high. That flag? Because that flag's only going to come up to like right here, which looks kind of weird. I think I need to get it like a little... Nah, it should be fine. I don't think I need it much higher than that. That should be fine. And we'll just hit load and load. Now, even though it cut part of the castle off, I can usually connect that pretty easily. I got to look at how it was connected before, but I think all I'd do is just, you know, add some wall pieces like right there. That's got what, 2 walls? You know, add a wall piece and then, or even 2 wall pieces. Maybe I might shift it back one just to kind of make it even with this side. So it's like 2 pieces or 2 blocks, and this is 2 blocks away. That's 2 blocks. That's 2 blocks away. Yeah, so I think moving it back and forward by 1 would be great. So it needs to come over by 1, back by 1, essentially. Let's put that like that. Hit load. And now, yeah, see how it cut off that side, but we can fill this right here in. Yep, that's like connected and it looks right, I think. Maybe. Oh, come on. There you go. Like, work with me, game. Let me out. Yeah, now that doesn't look... I don't think that looks awful. Oh, that's not right here. Let's move this. Yeah, that definitely looks like it flows better now. And I kind of want to still change out all those red... all that andesite for red bricks. I think that'll work great. Stupendous. Yeah, I think this really sets it up like pretty well for like a king's courtyard right here. And this is like the rest of the village town, the castle town. I really like the way this is coming out. A lot better than what it was, I think. Like, this looks cool. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think what the original creators did was really cool. I think it's really unique. I think it's really, like, perfect for, like, the island that it was set on. But we got to set it up for my island. At least this is the way I'm seeing it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really starting to like how much more some of the biggest differences that I do want to make is this like pattern, like different blocks, and as well as getting all the cracks kind of put around this build along with some of the other textured blocks that need to be done. So this basically we just need more time. More work. Spend some more time building this thing up. Oops, wrong block. You know, fill this area in so that way it looks better. And then design features could always be changed too as well. Yeah, that's really starting to get together. And then this is only supposed to be like 4 blocks, right? So the water level is going to be right here, 106, right? So even like these blocks, you're only going to see like from here up. And I want to say like with the difference in level on the stuff, I think that's going to help, right? So that would be like water level. And then we have that. So the tower is still going to be towering up, and we could still do like some grass and stone right here, but we could probably do a different like style, I don't know, of the way terraforming. There we go. That's better said. Different type of terraforming. Yep, just hide the big gap in the wall. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just hide the big gap in the wall. Exactly. All the small details can be fixed later, though. You know, that's kind of more so of what is potential to happen. Now, I might not have grass come all the way up like this and have like different things when I actually put it on the server, or when I start, you know, building things on the server. I'll rearrange, move some things, probably change the way the builds are. But knowing where this water level is going to be better, because whenever I come over here, right, I got to look and think like, okay, if that's water level, then all of this is going to be underwater. That's below these logs. And so, therefore, all these blocks and stuff that I set up to try to make it look nice, it's not going to matter, because you're not going to see it anyways. It'll be in the water. And I'm not going to build all that in the water either, so that's just a pain. That's just a disaster waiting to happen. So yeah, it'll be kind of set up like that, which I kind of, in some areas, I guess that makes the wall, like the built wall, my castle wall, maybe it's a little bit shorter, but I think it'll be okay. Terraform with some cobble as well. I don't know. I mean, I like the cobble deep slate. I don't know. I mean, I got to work on the design a little bit more. As I've said before in stream, what I would probably do is go around this entire build, put some cracks in it, you know, and then go around again around the entire wall and start putting like, you know, we'll just say whatever this stuff is, glow lichens. I'll put glow lichens in a certain, you know, spots or different spots, and I'll just do just glow lichen, right? This is why I don't overwhelm with like all the different blocks that I'm trying to bring together. Block palette, there we go. That's why I'm not trying to work with the entire block palette, because there's too many different stairs, you know, stuff like that kind of throws things off. So, but yeah, I think this is where we're at. That's where we're at. This is what we're probably going to be looking at doing. Maybe use blue stained glass as the watermark. Oh, that's a good idea. Ajax. Thank you. That's a great idea. I don't know why I just grabbed logs. It was in my inventory, okay? Put a line of blue glass all the way around this just so I know where the water line's gonna be. It's so funny. I'm not gonna go all the way around it. I was just making a statement. Excuse me. My apologies. Where's the front? Oh, we're almost there. this around. There we go. That's the water line. Ocean line. Cool. Yeah, I think this will come out looking pretty good, honestly. And then again, with the water change, I think that'll help with cutting a lot of the unnecessary stone that's in this building out. It'll also cut out, I don't know. I figure I think it'll cut out a lot of extra unnecessary work that's in this build that I won't necessarily need. But yeah, that's a pretty good idea, Polly. Don't mind the yawn. Ignore it. Because I might go late for a little while. Just to give my back some rest. I don't know. I'm going to try not to take a nap. So this way I can get up early again in the morning. Let my body adjust to early AM wake-up calls. I tell you what, man. When you haven't woken up early like that in a while, it's hard to get up. Oh, it's not too hard. It's just like, oh, man. I have to, like, give myself a bedtime. Anyways, all right, Dream Fan, you're here too. Oh, you showed up at the end. Okay, so Dream Fan, Gatorade Hot Dog. I think those two names are the same person. But anyways, we did hit the 3-hour mark for the day. Tomorrow, Sunday, I think we'll be back on here tomorrow, working on this walls and some of the designs a little bit more. Knowing that that's water level too, some of this stuff might actually get built into the wall or into the water like this. I might build into the water, but I don't think I'll build the other parts that are unnecessary in the water. I don't think I'll end up doing that. Like, there's a bunch of holes in those walls I gotta fix. I gotta get rid of, like, look at all this stone right here. It's unnecessary. I just need to get rid of it. So I can work on, like I said, the design. But anyways, all right, before I digress, as it's called, let me get out of here. I'll let you or others decide if there's someone to raid out to. Do we have a raider to go and hang out to? That's it for Minecraft today. We'll go ahead and roll the end credits. Boom! Look at those subscription explosions. Again, thank you, B, for those gift subscriptions. Appreciate it. I'm pretty sure the others do too as well. So new subscribers, Red. I don't know who these people are. T, Swank, and Verse Raccoon. Oh, Nunk. I seen that one. Gifted by B. B also resubscribed, and so did Polly. Thank you, Polly. We've got Ajax B, Silver B. Furious Red that was here. Gatorade Hot Dog. MLG. Nunk, Polly. T, Verse Raccoon. I think I missed one, so I do apologize, but I tried reading them all off as they show up on my screen. It's kind of small. But anyways, thank you guys all for hanging out with me today. We will see who is on Twitch to go and raid. Don't worry, I don't know you either. We got Fwip. We've got Minecraft is streaming Minecraft. Impulse is streaming Minecraft. And we got Fwip with MCC Ender Cup Purple Pandas. Let's go Fwip. I think they're just talking about whatever's on Minecraft live, honestly. Alright, go back to chat and we'll do the raid. I don't know if you guys ever watched Whip or ever seen any of his videos. He's got some pretty cool builds. You have to check it out. Make sure you share some love. I'm going to go lay down, give my back a rest. I probably won't even be in stream or in the raid. Thank you guys all for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. We're looking at tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow, honestly, because I don't know what tomorrow is going to bring with the evening and everything, depending on the roof, if I can get some help. But we'll see you tomorrow. Catch you guys all on the flip side. Peace.